Have you ever considered that we make, on average, 35,000 decisions a day? Each one, a subtle brushstroke on the canvas of our lives, shaping our reality, molding our future, and defining the path we walk. Yet, we so often drift through these choices, unaware, unbothered, or simply overwhelmed by their sheer volume. Today, that changes. We will journey deep into the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches the art of conscious decision-making. It is a guide to focusing on what truly matters, while maintaining a fortress of inner peace amidst the chaos of the world. Stoicism is not a relic for the philosophers of ancient Athens. It is a living philosophy for you, in the here and now. It is for anyone who feels bogged down by life's endless options, or suffocated by the weight of daily stress. Whether you are a student, a professional, or standing at a crossroads, its principles can transform how you meet your day, and ultimately, how you lead your life. If this sounds like the fresh perspective you have been searching for, then you are in the right place. I invite you to subscribe and engage with our community, a space for all who are on a journey of personal growth and philosophical depth. Stay with us, because even if you are a skeptic, what we are about to explore may challenge your assumptions and illuminate your approach to life's intricate dance. First, embrace a singular focus. Stoicism teaches that by narrowing our attention to one primary goal, we do not merely simplify our lives, we amplify our effectiveness. As Marcus Aurelius advised, do less, better. This was not a call to laziness, but a profound insight into the power of concentrated effort. When we scatter our energy, we dilute our impact. But when we channel it into one pivotal objective, we harness the full potential of our intellectual and emotional stamina. Applying this to your life does not mean abandoning all other interests. It means identifying that one great aim that resonates with your deepest values, the one that sets your spirit alight. Perhaps it is launching a business, writing a novel, or achieving a personal transformation. Whatever it is, define it with absolute clarity. And here is a Stoic practice. Write it down. Keep it where you see it every day. This constant reminder, or premeditation, is the key to internalizing your purpose. Then, begin to align your daily actions with this goal. With every choice, ask yourself, is this moving me closer? It is about making conscious decisions that propel you toward what you truly desire, not just what feels easy or urgent. Remember, progress is rarely a straight line, but with a singular focus, you can navigate the inevitable setbacks with clarity and return to your path stronger and more resolved. Second, find your philosophical anchor. Picture your life as a ship on the vast ocean of existence. Storms will rage, waves will crash, and the winds will shift without warning. Without a reliable anchor, it is easy to be cast adrift. But with a firm philosophical hold, like Stoicism, you can weather any tempest and stay true to your course. The core of this anchor is the Stoic discipline of control, focusing on our thoughts, actions, and responses, while releasing our grip on all that lies beyond our power. This principle alone can revolutionize how you face every challenge. To find this anchor, begin by exploring. Read the works of Seneca, Epictetus, and Marcus Aurelius. Their writings are not abstract musings, but intensely practical guides for navigating anger, loss, success, and virtue. But reading is only the beginning. The true work lies in reflection and application. As you immerse yourself in their wisdom, ask how these ideas resonate with your own life. Engage with them daily. Perhaps you can reflect on a Stoic quote each morning, or journal about a concept each night. This is not about intellectual mastery, but emotional resonance. Which principles make you feel more grounded, more centered, more resilient? Your anchor is deeply personal. It might be a single tenet, like amor fati, the love of fate, or a broader embrace of Stoic fortitude. Whatever it is, make it yours. Let it guide you, strengthen you, and keep you steadfast on your journey through the turbulent seas of life. Third, intensify your efforts to multiply your outcomes. The Stoics were firm believers in the power of disciplined action, understanding that what we do today carves the reality of our tomorrow. When you strategically double your efforts, you are not simply doing more. You are creating an exponential return on your investment. Imagine you are learning a new language. An hour of study a day yields steady progress. But 2 hours a day does not just double your results. It deepens your understanding and accelerates your fluency. This principle applies to every domain of life. But here is where Stoic wisdom is essential. This intensification of effort must be undertaken with mindfulness, not mania. Stoicism teaches us to embrace the rigor of our work with a calm and tranquil mind. We are to be persistent, not out of desperation, but from a place of focused purpose. It is about embracing the journey as much as the destination, knowing that the extra effort is not just about achieving more, but becoming more disciplined, more skilled, more resilient. Consider the areas of your life that could be transformed by this principle. Identify them, and then commit to that increased effort with a Stoic mindset. Expect challenges, prepare for them, and meet them with a steadfast spirit. Remember, this isn't just about working harder. It's about working with more heart, more dedication, and a clarity of purpose that can turn small actions into monumental achievements. Fourth, visualize both the path and its perils. This is the Stoic art of foresight. If you seek a promotion, for instance, visualize not just the moment of success, but also the arduous path to get there, the long hours, the complex projects, the potential disagreements. By mentally rehearsing these scenarios, you arm yourself with resilience. When hardships arise, they will not derail you, because in your mind you have faced them before. But this practice is a double-edged sword of preparation and motivation. It is equally vital to vividly imagine reaching your goal. See yourself handling difficult situations with wisdom and composure. Feel the satisfaction of your achievement. This positive visualization fuels your drive, keeping your purpose bright and clear. Stoicism teaches us to hold a balanced view of the future, anticipating difficulty while remaining confident in our ability to overcome it. To begin this practice, take a quiet moment each day. First, reflect on the potential challenges ahead and visualize yourself navigating them with calm, strategic action. Then, shift your focus to the success that awaits, the feeling of accomplishment, and the positive impact of your efforts. This daily ritual strengthens your resolve and clarifies your path, transforming you from a mere dreamer into a doer, fully prepared for the journey ahead. Fifth, compose your day before it begins. From a Stoic perspective, planning is not just about efficiency. It is a profound act of intention. Stoicism is not merely about reacting to life with grace. It is about proactive preparation, about shaping our time rather than being shaped by it. By planning your day the night before, you reclaim it from the whims of chance and the demands of others. Each evening, take a few minutes to reflect on the day to come. What are your essential tasks? What are the priorities that align with your deepest goals? Write them down. This simple act transforms vague notions into a concrete commitment. But this ritual is more than a to-do list. It is about anticipating disruptions and deciding in advance how you will respond. This is the practice of rehearsing obstacles. If a challenging meeting looms, plan your mindset and your approach. Consider the layout of your day, honoring what the Stoics called the economy of effort. Tackle your most demanding tasks when your energy is at its peak. By structuring your day with this kind of self-awareness, You exercise a form of self-respect that is deeply Stoic. And within that structure, be sure to schedule moments for reflection, a quiet time in the morning or just before sleep, to review your progress, reassess your goals, and realign your actions with your principles. Sixth, cultivate a discipline of action. This means fostering the habit of doing rather than drowning in overthinking or endless planning. The Stoics were philosophers of the real world, and they valued action as the ultimate expression of virtue. As Marcus Aurelius powerfully stated, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." The directive is clear. Embody your principles. To develop this discipline, start by recognizing the moments you hesitate. Ask yourself, what is holding me back? Often it is the fear of failure or the ghost of perfectionism. Confront these barriers with Stoic wisdom. Remember to focus on what you can control, your effort, and your response. The outcome is never guaranteed, but the decision to act is always yours. Begin with small, decisive actions each day that move you toward your greater goals. Make these actions habitual. True Stoicism is found not in grand, heroic gestures, but in the quiet virtue of consistent, daily practice. Embrace the concept of memento agere, remember to act. Let it be your mantra against indecision. This does not mean acting rashly, but it does mean refusing to let analysis become paralysis. And fuel this discipline with a sense of urgency, born from memento mori, the remembrance that you must die. This awareness of life's finitude is not morbid. It is a powerful motivator. Every moment you delay is a moment lost forever. Therefore, act as if your time is precious, because it is. Seventh, walk your own path. Stoicism teaches that true peace is an inside job, born from understanding and mastering our own actions, not from seeking external validation or indulging in comparison. Marcus Aurelius wrote beautifully about the importance of tending to one's own garden, focusing on your own work, improving your own character, and not being distracted by the perceived fortunes of others. To do this effectively requires, first, a deep understanding of your own values and your own definition of success. With this clarity, it becomes far easier to resist the temptation to look over the fence, wondering if someone else's grass is greener. Next, cultivate a vigilant self-awareness. Notice when the shadow of comparison or envy falls upon you. See these moments not as failures, but as opportunities to gently guide your focus back to your own journey. Remember that every life has its own unseen struggles and private victories. And as you walk your path, practice gratitude for where you are and for what you have achieved. Gratitude is a powerful Stoic tool that anchors us in the present, helping us appreciate our own story without feeling diminished by the stories of others. Use your precious energy to compete only against the person you were yesterday. This inner striving is not only more practical, but profoundly more rewarding. It is the very essence of a well-lived life. Eighth, commit fully to your chosen work. In Stoicism, commitment transcends mere effort. It is the alignment of your actions with your deepest values. The philosopher Epictetus taught that once we accept a role, whether as a student, a leader, or an artist, we have a duty to perform it to the absolute best of our ability. When you commit fully to a project, you grant it the full measure of your resources, your time, your energy, and your undivided focus. This concentration not only elevates your chances of success, it deepens your engagement, making the process itself a source of fulfillment and self-discovery. Before you commit, take a quiet moment to ensure the undertaking truly matters to you. Once you have decided, you must then create a sanctuary for your work by eliminating distractions. Reflect, as Marcus Aurelius did, on the impermanence of all things. Act as if each day were your last, not with panicked haste, but with a serene and purposeful resolve. This quiet urgency will fuel your commitment. Monitor your progress, but remember that commitment does not mean rigidity. Be prepared to adapt your methods while holding fast to your ultimate goal. And along the way, celebrate the small victories. Acknowledging your progress reinforces your resolve, renewing your energy for the path that still lies ahead. And finally, ninth, purge all that is unnecessary. Our lives are filled with distractions, the constant chime of notifications, the clutter of our desks, and the mental noise of old grievances and future anxieties. The Stoic response is not merely to avoid these things, but to build a life so rich with purpose that distractions simply find no purchase. Begin by identifying them. Observe what consumes your time but offers no value in return. Once you see them clearly, begin the process of elimination. Set firm boundaries. Practice the discipline of saying no to the impulses that pull you from your path. This purge is also an act of simplification. Declutter your workspace. Streamline your routines. Stoicism champions simplicity because it frees us from the needless complexities that drain our spirit. To strengthen this resolve, return to the practice of memento mori. Remembering that our time is finite is the ultimate clarification of priorities. It compels us to focus on what truly matters: our growth, our relationships, our contribution, and to release the rest. By consciously clearing away the non-essential, you create a sacred space, both in your mind and in your life, where what is most important can finally flourish. The 10th step on our journey is to learn from those who have walked the path before us. The question isn't simply, why? This is crucial, but how profoundly it can shape our own passage. Learning from others accelerates our journey toward wisdom, allowing us to navigate by the stars of their experience. By studying the lives and teachings of those who have faced trials similar to our own, we gain a map that helps us avoid common pitfalls and apply time-tested strategies to our own lives. The process begins with finding your guides. Identify mentors and historical figures who resonate with your deepest aspirations. They might be leaders in your field, authors whose words have stirred your soul, or figures from the past whose lives embody the virtues you wish to cultivate. Once you have found them, immerse yourself in their stories. Read their writings, study their decisions, and reflect on the core principles that guided them through darkness and into light. But Stoicism demands that we turn this knowledge into action. It is not enough to passively absorb information. You must actively weave these lessons into the fabric of your daily life. If you admire how a mentor navigated a treacherous career transition, analyze their steps, adopt their mindset, and then chart a course for your own challenges. Furthermore, true learning thrives in community. Engage with the circles these figures influenced. Wisdom traditions, Stoicism included, are not solitary pursuits. They are enriched by shared debate and lived experience. Participating in forums, attending lectures, or joining local groups can offer a deeper understanding and a powerful sense of shared purpose. This study must also be balanced. A crucial Stoic practice is the examination of opposites, learning not just from success, but from failure. Understand what your predecessors did right, but also where they went wrong. This nuanced perspective prepares you for the complex, often paradoxical nature of reality. Finally, walk this path with humility. The goal is not to become a mere echo of your role models, but to learn from their essence. Stoicism champions the internal development of character, not external imitation. Adapt their lessons to your own unique context, ensuring they align with your values and your life's journey. Our next practice is to adjust the very architecture of our expectations. So often, our disappointments are not born of failure, but of a flawed blueprint. We design a future with rigid specifications, and when reality fails to conform, the structure of our peace collapses into frustration and sorrow. The Stoic approach is not to abandon ambition, but to build a more resilient foundation, one that can withstand any weather. It is about preparing for a multitude of outcomes, finding contentment in any reality, and focusing always on maintaining your virtue, which is the only true home you can build. To begin this reconstruction, you must first identify the materials you truly control: your effort, your choices, your response to adversity. These are your tools. The final outcome, the reactions of others, the sudden storms of fate, these are not. Once you make this distinction, you can pour all your energy into your own craftsmanship, detaching from the anxiety of what lies beyond your hands. A powerful Stoic method for this is premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of adversity. It is not an invitation to pessimism, but a drill in resilience. If you are launching a project, envision not only its triumphant success, but also its quiet failure. How would you conduct yourself in either scenario? What lessons would each outcome hold? By mentally rehearsing these possibilities, you build an emotional flexibility that cannot be broken by surprise. This practice extends into the rhythm of your daily life. When you plan your day, infuse it with optimism, but ground it in realism. This creates a powerful harmony between your drive to achieve and your acceptance of life's inherent unpredictability. This continuous recalibration, this constant adjustment to the landscape as you see it, is the essence of adaptability, a quality the Stoics celebrated as essential for maintaining a serene and unshakable mind. From this foundation, we learn to build and refine the systems of our lives. This is the Stoic art of creating order from chaos, of bringing reason to the rhythm of our days, and aligning our small actions with our greatest values. By establishing strong, intentional frameworks, we liberate ourselves from the tyranny of constant decision-making and the exhaustion it brings. This frees our mental energy for higher pursuits, for personal growth, and for service to the world. So, how do we construct this inner architecture? Begin with your daily routines. Examine the tasks that consume your time and spirit. What can be simplified? What can be made automatic? If you are constantly wrestling with distractions, can you design a morning ritual that fortifies your focus before the day's onslaught begins? Once a system is in place, the work of optimization begins. This is not a task, but a continuous process of self-examination, a practice the Stoics held dear. As we grow and our circumstances evolve, so too must our methods. A simple way to do this is through a feedback loop of reflection. After implementing a new routine, observe its effects. Does it bring the peace and efficiency you intended? Or has it created new and unforeseen challenges? Use this insight not to judge, but simply to adjust and improve. The goal is not a perfect system, but an evolving one. Consider, too, the resilience of your frameworks. As your goals and responsibilities expand, can your systems bear the new weight? A truly wise system is not only effective, but also adaptable. Finally, infuse these systems with the cardinal virtues. Let wisdom guide their design, ensuring they serve your true needs. Let justice inform their execution, ensuring they benefit not only you, but the common good. Let courage drive you to build structures that may be difficult at first, but yield lasting strength. And let temperance bring balance, creating a life of order that never stifles the freedom of the human spirit. Our 13th practice is the art of wise delegation. This is far more than offloading tasks. It is a profound recognition of our own limits. Stoicism teaches us to understand our capabilities and our boundaries with clear-eyed honesty. By entrusting tasks to others who can perform them just as well, or even better, we liberate our own energy to focus on the unique contributions only we can make. Wise delegation begins with intention. It is an act performed not just to lighten your own load, but to foster growth and responsibility in others. This means choosing the right person for the task, someone who is either skilled already or who will be enriched by the challenge. It demands clear and respectful communication, conveying not just the what, but the why. This honors the autonomy and intelligence of the person you entrust. The Stoic does not detach from a delegated task, but remains rationally engaged, offering guidance and feedback to ensure the work serves the larger purpose. This transforms delegation from a simple management tactic into a powerful exercise in trust. By empowering your team, you show faith in their abilities, which in turn builds morale and forges a more collaborative and resilient whole. Ultimately, this practice requires reflection. Observe the outcomes, both the successes and the moments of learning. This contemplation will hone your ability to delegate, making you a more effective leader and a more balanced individual, harmonizing your personal efforts with the practical necessity of managing your finite time and energy. Next, we turn to the environment we cultivate around us. As Seneca advised, associate with those who will make a better man of you. This ancient guidance remains a cornerstone of a well-lived life. To surround yourself with excellence is to consciously choose the company of those who embody the virtues you aspire to. This isn't a search for perfection, but for fellow travelers on the path of growth, those who strive for integrity, wisdom, and a noble character. How then do we cultivate this virtuous circle? First, identify the qualities you most admire: resilience, creativity, compassion. Then, seek out those who exhibit them, whether in professional networks, mentorship programs, or communities dedicated to shared interests. But it is not enough to be a passive observer. Engage with these communities, contribute to the conversation, collaborate on projects, and allow yourself to be challenged. Each interaction is a chance to learn, to grow, and to absorb the qualities you admire. These challenging relationships are often the most fruitful, pushing us from our comfort zones and prompting us to question our own perspectives. This principle extends beyond people to the very ideas you consume, the books you read, the media you watch, the conversations you entertain. All of it is nourishment for your mind. Choose to feed your spirit with content that is enriching and uplifting. Reading the lives of great leaders or engaging with profound philosophical works is another way to keep company with excellence. And crucially, this must be a reciprocal relationship. Stoicism teaches the importance of mutual support. Strive to offer the same excellence and encouragement to others that you seek for yourself. In this way, you not only strengthen your bonds, but also reinforce your own commitment to a virtuous life. Reflect regularly on your social and intellectual diet. Is it making you more motivated, more focused, more ethical? If so, nurture these connections. If not, it may be time to seek out new soil in which to grow. Our final practice is to learn to flow with the current. Life is a great and unpredictable river, full of unexpected turns and powerful currents. To resist its flow, to try and command the waters, is not only futile, but a source of immense suffering. Stoicism encourages us, instead, to become skillful navigators, to align ourselves with reality, adapting and responding with grace and resilience. This begins with a daily practice of acceptance. When faced with a bend in the river you cannot change, do not fight the current. Pause. Remind yourself of what is within your control, not the river, but your own response to it. This is where your true power lies. Cultivate flexibility in your plans. A map is useful, but the river is always changing. Be prepared to adjust your course as circumstances evolve. This adaptability allows you to remain effective and purposeful, even when the journey takes an unforeseen direction. See the unexpected turn not as an obstacle, but as an invitation to discover a new landscape. Develop your resilience. Stoicism teaches not passive surrender, but active adaptation. Strengthen your spirit by navigating smaller challenges with calm and reason. This builds the capacity to handle the great rapids when they inevitably appear. Adopt a mindset of curiosity. View every change as an opportunity to learn, transforming potential adversity into profound wisdom. And as you travel, maintain a community of fellow navigators. Sharing your journey with others who embrace these principles can provide support, inspiration, and practical wisdom on how to flow more gracefully with the currents of life. And so, our journey through these powerful strategies concludes. Each offers a unique insight into a more resilient and fulfilling life. Remember, the path of the Stoic is not about perfection, but about progress, about embracing each day with intention and with wisdom. Thank you for joining us here at Stoic Journal. To continue this exploration, we invite you to watch one of the suggested videos on your screen. We are grateful to have you here, learning and growing with us. Until we meet again, may you continue to embrace the wisdom of the ages in your daily life.